And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Young Kwaku has it all teed up. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. He'll begin his return from the 11. And he'll go out of bounds after getting it all the way down inside the kicking team's 45.
What a return to get this game started. What a beginning. But where is the coverage team? And now you got to wonder, how's this going to change the way you script this opening drive?
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Give to Williams from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
That one's complete right side. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Complete out to the right side. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and goal, here's Williams. Is in, touchdown New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. He finds Woods. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 7. Pitts brings it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. Down the sideline inside the 40. And finally stopped at the 34. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Throwing from the gun. Has it in close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. This taken from the 12. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He steps in and makes the interception. And the Falcons take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Falcons will have a 1st. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They have 2nd down and 5. Staying with Robinson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy. And that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Throwing now, needing a first. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker. You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we called them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They're throwing it. Finds a man, right side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw it again. He brings it in. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Setting up a throw. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Drake London with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Kickoff taken at the 13. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later. They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. Throwing now from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And this is down all the way to the 3. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
The Bats got it. It's a New Orleans touchdown. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints tie things up at 14. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Looking for the back that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's dropping back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Saints will get set to take over. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Rattler. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. He'll take this at the 10. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. This one falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Rolling left, buying some time. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They are throwing it again. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Rattler back to throw. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Finds him over the middle. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The Saints calling for a timeout. It's their first. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. This is complete to Olave. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Chris Olave with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Saints tie this game at 21. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. Now he's past the 25. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take the lead just before halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Return coming here from the 12. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And they wrap him up after a short push to the 42. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 42. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now give left side. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. With some fancy footwork there for the touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. There's time to chide him about poor tackling later, Brock.
And I probably will.
And you probably will. Coach probably will give him an earful about it as well. But let's not let the missed tackle take away from excellent effort he had on that run.
Yeah, it really was his effort to force that missed tackle. Okay, I think that's the key, and open the door for that touchdown. As soon as he slipped that stop, his mind was focused on one thing and one thing only, the end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. He breaks the tackle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Up the gut they go with Williams. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Rattler setting to throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And now it's 2nd down. Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Rattler to the air now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. A pickup there of 33 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? That's going to be an incomplete toss on the throw to the right. The tip definitely broke up that throw. So that brings up 4th and long. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They bring their tight end left. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing from the gun here. Right side cut by Higgins. And they get this down to the 28. It's a pickup of 11. And the Falcons will have a 1st. Back now, pressure on its way. He'll get this complete to Pitts. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 3-possession game. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons push their lead to 18. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Throwing his Rattler. He's going to push one deep down. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Got for big yards on the right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Here's Rattler. Rolling out to his left. Olave with the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return coming from the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Finds London on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
1st and 10 from the 41. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
He's got it inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons put up even more points in a win. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Has it at the 11. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw, Rattler. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Into the hands of Olave. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
He goes back to him yet again. Complete. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up second down. He'll throw it yet again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. There he goes, right sideline. Hits the 20. And the Falcons take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
So now on is Younghoe Koo for the Falcons field goal. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good, and that makes it a 29-point ball game.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh no, they get him yet again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Starting at the 10. Returns looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
He beams one deep right side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Now looking to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw now. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
On second down, Robinson. And he's got this down to the 40. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be third and just a yard.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Falcons getting closer to their 10th win of the season. Going to the ground again on first. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Setting up for the kneel down on third. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from New Orleans.